Welcome bitches, one and all, to my reaction to Season 2, Episode 2 of Young Royals. Now, last time, we got right back into the swing of things, catching up with everyone, and I would love to say that it was nice, but honestly, watching Wilhelm go through all of that stress and all of that anxiety, it was just plain sad. Like, the way that his mother just continuously puts the royal family and the idea of being royalty above her own son's needs, it's fucking disgusting if I'm being honest. And I do hope that as the season goes on, she starts to realize what's really important, and the fact that him being prince should not take over the fact that at the end of the day, he is her son and she should be looking out for his best interests. So we'll see as the season goes on if she changes her tune, but I don't know. I'm not too hopeful on that front, but yes. Anyway, with all of that said, very excited to get into it and to see where the rest of the season goes. So without further ado, let's go.
Vad bra. Kronprinsen har telefonen hos mig.
I wonder who it is.
Drottningen har sökt er flera gånger.
Good for her.
Ni kan hälsa att jag inte har något mer att säga.
Oh, damn. That's nice to know, because you do worry in those kind of situations where he's so fueled by rage and anger and stress and anxiety, and he said all of those things to his mother about not wanting to be the prince anymore, blah blah. You do worry that once he comes down, she would be able to talk him back into it and he would just do what he says because he's embarrassed or whatever. So I'm glad to see that even after calming down from that situation, he's still sticking to his guns and being like, I've said all I need to say. Like, good for her if she wants to talk to me, but I don't want to talk to her, you know? But it is also very interesting to see the headmistress's side of things, because it would be such a shock that anyone would turn down the queen wanting to talk to them. But obviously this is her son and she isn't listening to him. She isn't treating him well. So why would he want to talk to her? Oh, I hate this shit, bro. I am very interested to see where what Wilhelm's approach will be going forward after what Simon said to him last episode. Oh, is it her birthday? Oh.
Wow. Skojar du? Vänta, oh my god.
Oh, okay.
Gå ut och klubba.
I mean, from what we know about Sarah's character, I would not think that going clubbing and buying her cigarettes is really on her list of turning 18. You know what I mean? But interesting. I'm glad that they mentioned all of those things, because you always, like, it's always different in every country what age you can do things. So I'm glad that they mentioned that, because I don't need to look it up now.
Ja, alltså om jag inte hade varit myndig så hade jag inte fått flytta hit. Mamma ville ju att jag och Simon skulle sluta efter hans sexvideo.
Okay, moving on. Moving on. This is gonna be something really expensive.
De här kostar ju hur mycket som helst. Jag kan inte ta emot det, är alldeles för dyrt.
Nej! Varje gång de fyller år så lägger vi bara några 100 var och sen så köper vi något litet.
Don't worry, it's a
My brain had to translate just then, because I read a couple hundred and my brain was like, huh? Like, what if they're all giving out a couple hundred? Is that like 800 quid? And I was like, no, it is not pounds, Harry. I believe that that is about 20 quid each, if that's correct. I believe that it's about, like, when I looked at it, it was roughly, you just take a zero off and it'll be roughly what it is. So I believe that's the case, which that's not too bad. I feel like no, when I was younger, I would not have spent that much money on my friends. Now that I'm older, 20 quid's like fine to spend on friends. But yeah, obviously with Sarah not working and being in school, she's not like these other girls where they have a lot of money to fall back on. So I'm sure it's a bit of stress in her own mind right now about when their birthdays will come around, because obviously she'll have to pitch in, and it's like, but yeah, it's a very nice gift from them all. It just, I do think that they are a little, obviously I'm not going to judge them for this because it's giving a gift, but I do think that they are a little bit too ignorant towards Sada's situation. So I am scared for when one of their birthdays come around and she's going to have to pitch in, because she might not even have the money, you know?
Kom, jag måste visa dig en grej.
It's nice to see them getting along again.
Det här är från mig och mamma. På hemsidan så stod det att det var den bästa.
Is it not going to be as good as the one that her friends got her?
Ja, jag fick redan ett par.
Oh god.
Och tjejerna ännu bättre märke.
Oh god, an even better brand.
Men vi kanske kan lämna tillbaka dem så kan jag få pengarna. Allting kostar så himla mycket.
This is the thing with Sada's character that I really struggle with because I don't have personal experience with anyone with Asperger's, so it would only be things that I look up, and I keep fucking forgetting to look it up. I'm gonna need to make a bloody note. Stupid ADHD. Right, note has been made because I have like a tiny bit of knowledge. I know that it affects like social interactions, and I know that sometimes you don't, what's it called? Like your inner voice, you know, like the little thoughts that you have in your head, you don't actually vocalize. I have heard that for people with Asperger's, it's harder to not vocalize it, like you just say it. And it seemed like that's what happened there because Simon obviously had a negative reaction to it. And it's kind of like she saw that and was like, oh, fuck. And then tried to backtrack a bit with the whole return it, get the money and all that. But yeah, I need to look into the syndrome further because I don't know enough to make judgments on her character, you know? I need to actually do that before I can explore her further.
Okej, men hallå, vad hände på karaoken sist? Ska ni ses igen, eller?
Oh god, that's awkward.
Han
No?
vill kolla film i veckan typ, men vi får se.
Oh, interesting.
Gå dit. Netflix and chill.
Why did it get so awkward all of a sudden? Is it because she knows Marcus? And Simon's a bit like, I haven't told her yet?
Marcus?
Mm?
Ska du ligga med Marcus?
I hate this. I hate it so much. It just fucking sucks. Because Simon's asked for space, and I think Wilhelm's trying to give that, but being cold and distant is different, you know? Oh my boy. Oh, I hate it because I think that he's trying to respect Simon's wishes and trying to keep his distance, but he's kind of just shut him out completely and is trying to pretend that he doesn't exist, you know? And I just think he needs to talk to someone. He needs to go to the school counselor or someone because bottling it all up isn't working and it's causing so many negative effects. I think that this is just another classic case of not being able to understand his own feelings and not being able to sort everything out in his head, that everything is becoming a struggle. Like, he didn't even pass it to Simon there because he was probably panicking in his head, like, I need to keep my distance and I don't need to talk to him, but then if I do this, you know what I mean? Like, everything's just up in the air right now. It's all a panic. So I do think he really needs to see someone.
Vad är det här? Varför är det kö? Ja, ettorna tycker tydligen de får använda våra duschar nu.
Oh shit.
Har vi ett problem eller? Ja, ni har ingen rätt att vara på vår våning och ni får absolut inte använda våra duschar. Jag går och duschar efter uppe. Men vad fan, August?
Om ni är missnöjda med honom får ni byta ut honom.
Huh.
Du skulle få fler röster än honom. Ses.
Jesus. I mean, that's a really smart way to try and bring August down. I'm sitting here and thinking like, oh no, because I don't want Wilhelm to make his like goal this year to bring August down because I don't think that's good for your own mental health. I feel like it's just going to keep you in the negative, but I can't sit here and say that wasn't one of the smartest things I've seen in a while. Like, take away his passion, convince someone else to run for prefect, and Wilhelm will get all of the first years to vote for him. And I'm sure with how August has been handling Wilhelm, a lot of the other people in their year would do it as well. So I don't doubt that he would get more votes, to be honest.
Får man sitta här eller? Fullt överallt.
Oh, I hate it!
Jag tänkte att du kanske vill ha det där spacet som du tycker är så skönt.
Shit, Wilhelm.
Jag försöker bara vara ärlig med hur jag känner. Du kanske borde testa det.
I can't handle this. It's just plain fucking sad.
Vill kronprinsen vara snäll och följa med?
Ni kan ta med era saker. Med en gång, det är bråttom.
Is the queen here to talk to him? Has he been removed from the school? Imagine if the queen gets him like kicked out.
Det har varit en ära att ha er här på skolan.
Oh my god. They actually are.
Ni kan ju inte ringa och utfärda hot mot kungahuset utan att förstå att det får konsekvenser.
När kommer jag tillbaka då?
You're not. It fucking sucks, but she does pay for his tuition and everything, so what can he really do? I do think that her doing this and it's kind of like showing him that she has all of the power. I don't like that because once again, she's putting the royal family above her son's needs, which fucking sucks. So I'm very interested to see their conversation and how she handles it, because if she comes in the room guns blazing being like, you have responsibilities, you need to put the royal family first, then she would have lost me even further.
Skulle jag snälla kunna få gå på toaletten?
Varsågod. Okej.
What are you gonna do? Just run there and try and stop them?
Nu är det inte upp till er att bestämma det.
Du kan inte tvinga mig.
They can actually.
Nu tycker jag vi gör så här. Vi åker tillbaka till slottet och inväntar drottningen och sen fortsätter vi den här diskussionen där.
I'm sorry, mate. He's not going with you because if he goes with you, there's no chance of coming back. So I completely understand why he's sitting at this desk being like, no, I'm not fucking leaving, because the second that he goes with them, it's all in their hands, you know? It takes away all of his power. But I don't see a way that he's going to be able to stay here. Like, I feel like they'll just get bodyguards to drag him out, you know? I don't see a way out of this. Oh, he's about to lose it.
Kommer du ihåg den här? Ja, jag tänkte i alla fall att du kunde få den av mig. Du slipper i alla fall vara kronprins.
Kronprinsen?
That's so sad. That is so fucking sad.
Jag förstår att det blir reaktioner när du kommer med hot.
Hot? Jag sa ju bara vad jag kände.
Du har gått för långt.
It pisses me off that she says like you've gone too far when he's obviously not happy with this. He's stressed, he's anxious, he's not happy, and you have no concern but for his performance as the crown prince. Your only concern is losing the crown prince. Do you not realize this is your fucking son who's having a horrible time and you have done nothing to help him? Nothing. All you have done is try and put more responsibilities on his plate, and it fucking angers me.
Pappa
What?
och jag älskar dig som du är, Wilhelm. Om du nu är den första i vår familj som väljer att leva i en okonventionell relation.
Excuse me? Excuse me? Choose to live in an unconventional relationship. Can any people who understand Swedish correct this if it is wrong? But I'm assuming that they paid attention when they translated this, and I assume that the word was choose, because it implies that he could just so easily love someone else, could just so easily go and love a woman and be in a relationship with her. Like, even if he has that possibility being unlabeled, I think that that makes me feel really weird, because when you talk about it, if you think about it with just a gay person, that kind of comment, choose to live, is always one of the most annoying things to hear, because you know that it's not a choice. But Wilhelm, as far as we know, is unlabeled, so he could still potentially be with a woman, but I think the same thing still applies, because it says choose to live in an unconventional relationship, which would imply that he could just so easily unlove Simon and go and find a girl to love. You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't sit right with me. You shouldn't block off part of his sexuality thinking that it's a choice. That makes me feel really icky. And the fact that it's his mother saying it to him, that's kind of pushed her even further down on my list.
Det betyder att du är inte mogen för att ta det beslutet nu. När du är 18 och myndig, då kan vi prata om det här.
Huh?
Vi måste vara noga med dem vi väljer att ha omkring oss, och de måste acceptera situationen.
I agree with the fact that you should probably keep a lot of things private, because the media are not exactly going to be nice about things, and it would cause a lot of stress for you. But just because this came out, and it's an unfortunate situation that Simon and Wilhelm were outed by August, the bloody bastard, just because it's an unfortunate situation does not mean that you should tell him not to see him anymore and that relationship is done. You know what I mean? Like, that fucking sucks. It's shit that everyone knows, but you shouldn't stop your son from loving the person that he obviously loves, you know? Like, what?
Det skulle vara tjänstefel om jag inte agerade när du uttrycker det som du gjorde.
Snälla, kan inte du bara vara min mamma just nu? Snälla.
Exactly.
Jag vill att du
Nice.
träffar en psykolog så att du får ordning på de här känsloutbrotten. Det förutsätter också att du tar din roll som kronprins på allra största allvar. Det är inte förhandlingsbart.
Sorry to pause again. I know I've paused so much, but you know it's a sign of a good show when I'm pausing every 2 minutes. You know what I mean? But Yeah, a couple of things. One, I didn't like how she said, so you can learn to manage your emotional outbursts. I feel like I feel like as a mother, you should come at him a lot more warmer than that and be like, I want you to see someone because obviously you're having a lot of stress and anxiety problems at the moment. And I just want you to be your best self. I want you to be happy. And I think seeing someone will help you. Not that you need to learn to manage these emotional outbursts, because you know that she's coming at that because it's all about image and she doesn't want him to embarrass the family, which I hate that kind of point of view. But the second thing is, even though with all of that said, and I don't like how she handled it, I do agree that he does need to see someone because he's dealing with a lot, especially for someone his age. So I definitely don't think that it could hurt to go and talk to someone about it. It might really help alleviate a lot of these symptoms. And learning good coping mechanisms when he has anxiety attacks and all that, that is paramount for life. So I'm all for this. I don't like her approach. Yeah, where did Simon go? He said he was going to the toilet, but I thought he was going to see Wilhelm. But everyone else made it there before him. Are they going to talk? Keep having these long looks at each other.
Jag fattar inte hur du bara inte kan bry dig. Också efter det idag, hur kan du...
Interesting.
Vadå inte bry mig?
Interesting.
Jag gick till rektorn för att hjälpa dig, men hon bara ignorerade mig. Och nu kommer jag få kvarsittning för att jag var borta från lektionen.
Okej, förlåt, jag visste inte det.
Okay, that answers one question as to where Simon went, but also the fact that Wilhelm saw it as not caring, that's a very interesting point of his character, that he takes Simon not wanting to talk to him because he no longer cares about him, when that's not the case. The problem is that he does care about him so deeply that not being allowed to be with him fucking hurts, and it is something that Simon doesn't want to have to deal with. It's something that is out of their control. They can't control what the Queen wants to do. The Queen says they can't be together. They can't be together. So that's why Simon has asked for space, because it's hard to be around him because he cares. But I just find that very interesting that Wilhelm took that as not caring.
Mamma sa att när jag fyller 18 så ska vi prata om det. Prata om vad jag vill och så här. Det är bara 2 år som det skulle behöva vara hemligt. Så kan vi vara tillsammans och vi kan liksom...
Snälla Ville.
Oh no.
Tror du på riktigt jag ska sitta här och vänta på dig i 2 år? Du kunde inte ens vara ärlig med att du skulle neka att det var du i videon. Hur ska jag kunna lita på dig?
Fucking sucks.
Jag kan inte vara din hemlighet igen.
It sucks because it feels like we're right back in the season 1 finale, where we're sitting here with Wilhelm wanting so badly to be with Simon, but being told by his family that he has to keep it a secret and he can't talk about the event and he has to keep his distance from Simon. Whereas that's the complete opposite to what Wilhelm wants. And he's trying so hard not to lose Simon, and he's trying so hard to stand up to his family. But at the end of the day, there's only so much he can do. And unfortunately, I just don't think it's enough. And that's not to say that Simon is being unreasonable. Simon is being and behaving like anyone else would. You don't want to be someone's secret. We'll discuss it in 2 years. What does that mean? We'll discuss it in 2 years. That's fucking awful. I don't understand. I do. It's like, I don't understand why Wilhelm doesn't understand why this is hard for Simon and why Simon wouldn't want to do that. But then I do understand it in the sense that he's just trying so hard not to lose him and he's doing everything in his power, but I just don't think it is enough. He doesn't want to be this secret. And like when that guy walked in the room and they had to stop talking, no one wants that. I'm sorry, my boy.
Men spelet är från 1994. Ja, 94.
Nej, nu spelar vi bara. Okej, då börjar jag så här.
1994, bro? What?
Hur många har du haft sex med? 3.
3?
Va? Din tur.
Aren't they like 16, 17?
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna. Skärp dig, kan du inte bara säga? No. Oh.
I love her so much.
Jag har inte legat med den.
Alltså inte en enda.
Men hallå.
Men vadå?
Come on
Jag
now.
med det. Jag tycker bara att det är gulligt med en äkta
Huh? Like what? I hate this kind of reaction from people. Like, some people just need time, you know? Some people aren't in the right situations and they don't want to just do it with a random person. They want to wait. I find this kind of reaction so gross and icky. Like, great for you that you wanted to explore your sexuality. No one's condemning you for doing that, but just because someone hasn't done that yet, is that a problem? Like, why even make it a thing, you know? Just say, oh, I haven't slept with anyone before. Okay, cool. Next person. You know what I mean?
Nu är det känslan när man verkligen vill ha någon. Liksom när man hittar någon som får att pirra. Då ska man fan ligga med den. Alltså det är en helt...
I hate this because we all know she's thinking about August and that makes me so ugh. Please anyone else. Literally anyone else. Oh no, she's gonna see them talking about him. Oh no, what's she gonna do with this? Don't go on her phone, Sada. Oh, okay. So when August confronted Sada last episode, he mentioned that no one else knew that it was me who did the video, so of course it would have been you. But now finding this information, she knows that it was Felice, but is she actually gonna tell August? Because that's really fucked up. To go behind her back and actually tell him. Please don't do it, Sada. Did he keep the sweater? I thought he did. Oh, this is such a shit situation, bro. Was he reminiscing about the first time they were in his room? He's putting it on. I hate this so fucking much. How is he writing this song? Go the fuck off, King. Jesus. He's got such a good voice. Is he feeling torn? Is he gonna say yes to Marcus now? I mean, pure definition of a rebound. I want to be on board with this, but the reason that I'm starting to not be on board with this is just because it's obvious that Simon is putting all of his emotions to the side and just trying to have some fun and just not want to think about it, which, yeah, that's perfectly fine and acceptable. Like, go for it, mate. If it makes you happy, go for it. But the reason that I'm a little bit iffy about these two in a relationship is that a relationship born of that, I don't think is good. I don't think that a rebound relationship has the best odds of surviving, you know? But we'll see. Maybe they're meant for each other, which pains me to say. And I kind of regret saying it, but let's go.
Action.
Action.
Ja. Vad vill du säga?
Skräck.
Skräck?
Horror? Nah.
Nej, skräck. Jag klarar inte det.
Oh. Oh, he went for it. We going straight there, Simon?
Du. Jag bjöd inte hem dig bara för att få ligga med dig. Jag gillar dig. Så vi kanske inte behöver stressa.
I do like that because I think that I'm not a huge fan of the concept of sleeping on the first date. I don't know, just don't vibe with me. So I do really like that. I like that he's saying that I like you. I don't want it to be ruined by us just immediately sleeping together. I want to get to know you. I want us to have like a nice time and then we'll see where it goes. I like that. You're growing on me a bit, Marcus. Listen, Simon, if you just want a random fuck, if that's what you want, just go on Grindr. You'll immediately find it, my boy. What, is she gonna go talk to August? Come on, Sada, please.
Det var Felice.
Listen, I do understand why she's doing this. Obviously, she likes August for whatever fucking reason, and she wants to be with him, so I understand that her main goal recently has just been to clear her name. So she finally found out the truth. But I'm sorry, my darling, you need to sit down and think about it. Why would you want to be with a man who basically tried to ruin your brother's life and has continuously made your brother's life hell? And then not only that, but you're now betraying probably your best friend in the school. I just don't think that's right. And I really need Sada to sit down with Simon, Wilhelm, Felice, someone, and just have them explain to her why August is a horrible person and why she shouldn't like him.
Om de går ut med det offentligt så är jag fan körd.
Vad är värst? Att de går ut med det eller att du gör det först?
Huh?
Nu har du fortfarande chans att göra det.
Interesting.
Du kan gå.
Det var bara därför jag kom hit. Nu kan jag kyssa dig. Jag vill bara testa en grej.
I don't like this. I don't like this. It makes me really uncomfortable. It makes me really uncomfortable. Sada, please choose someone else.
De hade rätt. Det känns faktiskt mig. Jag tror jag vill ha sex med dig.
Ugh. Ugh. I'm trying to hold the sick back. Ugh. Moving on. Ah, okay. Here's the guy in the school then.
En sak ska kronprinsen veta, och det är att allt som ni säger här inne, det är konfidentiellt.
Exactly.
För ju inte jag några anteckningar överhuvudtaget.
It's very rare for Wilhelm and someone in his world, being a royal, to have someone talk to you in pure confidence and to be able to speak to them about anything. Like, I think it's a worry in his mind 24/7 about what he says to people. So to be put into a situation where someone literally will keep it confidential to a T, it's new for him. So I think it's going to take time for him to actually open up and be completely honest. But I'm so glad that he has started this process. I think it's really going to help him to talk about it.
Det enda jag rapporterar till dina föräldrar är om du har varit här på utsatt tid eller inte.
Okay, sick. He won't even say anything to his mum then.
Så jag behöver inte prata?
Nej, om ni inte vill prata så behöver ni inte göra det, nej.
But I think you should. Oh my boy. Come on. It's gonna take time. Nice. Take it with you. Read it properly. No! Yes! Well done, my boy. Proud.
Hur har det gått? Nej men jag snackade med Andy och Johan, de är på.
Okay, so they are actually going through with it.
Jag hörde att de öppnat skjutbanan. Ska vi boka någon då?
Hallå, ska ni ta idag? Tack för att du försöker distrahera mig.
Det här kommer bli kul. Där är han som ska hjälpa oss.
Oh god. That's awkward. That's fucking awkward.
Du vet att han har varit på dejt med Simon.
Va? Vadå? När då?
Alltså om han har gått vidare så här fort, vad fan betyder jag?
Redo? Shit. Fattat.
Did he just say if he made a move on him that soon?
Alltså om han har gått vidare så här fort, vad fan betyder jag?
If he moved on so soon, what did I mean to him? I hate stuff like this because it's literally just classic miscommunication and them not talking it through. Like, but the thing is, to be honest, I feel like Simon has made a lot of things clear. I just don't think Wilhelm, given like they are young, you need to remember this. I don't think Wilhelm has the emotional maturity to understand that, because obviously he struggles with a lot of things himself. So I don't think he's taken a moment to try and understand why Simon would want to go on another date with someone. It's not because he's moved on. It's not because he doesn't care anymore. It's because he's just looking for a distraction, like you're doing here in the shooting range. He's just looking for something to distract him or someone, because it's fucking hurtful right now to think of you and the fact that you physically can't be together. I think a lot of the problems here are that Wilhelm does not understand why Simon would not want to be in a secret relationship, because I think that Wilhelm, being so used to the royal life, I don't think he's as quite understanding of Simon's point of view, where he hasn't had anyone controlling him his whole life. He hasn't had to do what other people have told him to do. So to be put into a situation where you're going to have to lie about your relationship for 2 fucking years? Nah, no one's going to want that. So I hope that kind of thing comes up in therapy. I hope that Wilhelm discusses that with the therapist and the therapist explains one of the multitude of reasons why Simon would be trying to get with someone else. But I doubt that will come up in the session. So maybe Felice will tell him, who knows?
Se till att hänga med Simon och visa att han kan lita på dig. Är du redo?
Yeah, true. Prove to him that he can trust you. because that was his main concern.
Du fixar det här, Wille.
It's so awkward. It's so awkward.
Vi förtjänar de privilegier som traditionen bjuder. Men nu är det kaos.
Okej, jag håller med. Jag hör er. Jag ska göra det till min högsta prioritering.
No, my boy, that's not what's happening here.
Vi har redan röstat fram en ny prefekt.
Oh, God.
Vem, om jag får fråga, vem ska lyckönska det otacksamma skituppdraget?
Jesus. I hate stuff like this. I would hate to be any of them. It's so awkward.
August, bara acceptera.
Wow.
Vincent är nu perfekt. Grattis!
Vad fan var det här?
De var trötta på honom. Kom igång.
That little smile at the end.
Jag ska sluta rida.
Vad sa du?
Oh, she hasn't even told her.
Vad ska ni göra med då så?
Vi ska sälja honom. Förlåt.
I feel really bad for her because she's had such a connection to Felice's horse. Like, you can tell it calms Sarah down and it makes her whole day, like, every time we see her with the horse, she's like stroking him and so at peace. So I completely understand why this is hard for her, but what can Felice do? It's not her passion. She doesn't want to do it. And it was kind of like a deal with a friend that Sada was able to look after the horse. But now, like, it is what it is, unfortunately. It just sucks because Sada doesn't have the money to buy her own horse, so.
Om du vill ha någon extra morgon med indigo så går det jättebra.
Kanske.
Flickor.
Bless her heart. It just sucks once again that she's left out of things like that because she can't afford it.
Vi ska springa spåret runt. Och de som kommer först i mål kvalificerar sig i laget.
Ja, fast det där är ju
Huh?
jävla stig. Någon kan ju skada sig.
Förlåt, jag trodde det var jag som var lagkapten.
Wow, he's taking this seriously?
Till och med Walter, även om han är efter utvecklingen, både mentalt och fysiskt, som ni vet.
Ow. What an arsehole. I wouldn't even want to be on this team, to be honest.
På era platser. Redo?
Oh no. Oh, the way he waited for him. Are neither of them gonna make it?
Nej, fuck det här. Vi kommer inte komma ikapp.
Va? Idrottsläraren vill ju att vi tävlar för skolan. Kom igen. Kom nu, jag vet en annan väg.
Bara som är att fuska.
Ja, kom.
What's he mean, like cheating? Yeah. That was so cute. I'm just giggling to myself because I literally said last episode that, like, I'm so down for Simon to explore other relationships if this one's too hard and I don't want to judge and I want to try and be there for him. But after seeing him and Wilhelm interact this episode, it's pulled on my heartstrings so much that I need them to be together. I need them to be together by the end of the season. I don't think I can handle it, bro.
Hur känner du han? Marcus? Ja, jag jobbar på sjukbanan. Jag var där igår med Felice. Känner du han?
Oh!
Han är från Bjärsta. Han känner alla i Bjärsta. Just det.
Oh, I hate it so much.
Ja, snyggt gubben.
Come on, boys.
Okej.
Nice.
Hej August. Jag vill meddela att drottningen hälsar att du bör infinna dig på slottet nu på tisdag.
Huh? Why does she want to see August? Marcus. Wilhelm! Oh, I hate it so much. I hate it so much.
Vi skickar en bil. Det var allt. Tack och hej.
Fucking sucks. Swear to God, we end every single episode with me just feeling so shit for Wilhelm. So yes, there we have season 2, episode 2 of Young Royals. And, it just fucking sucks, doesn't it? Like, I feel like I said that exact sentence at least 5 times this episode because every time that I see Wilhelm and Simon react, it just hurts because you just see two people who evidently have such strong feelings for each other but can't be together. Like, it's such a unique situation because it's so rare in life that you deal with a situation where you want to be with someone and they want to be with you, but some other third party is physically stopping you from doing that. And yes, they could technically be together in secret, but Simon has made it clear that he does not want that, and that is not his idea of a relationship, which is completely valid. I think if you talk to any gay person who has been in a secretive relationship, I think they would all say that it fucking sucks and that they would never want to do it again, you know? So I completely understand Simon not wanting that, but I also, like, you look at Willa and it's not like he's doing it on purpose. It's not like he's asking him to keep it a secret because he's embarrassed and he doesn't want to talk about being in a relationship with a guy. It's because his mother is the queen and won't let him. Like, I just don't know what to say anymore, honestly. Every time I see them together, my heart, like, warms because I'm like, oh, they're so cute. I love seeing them together. But then it just enters my brain again that they can't be together. And watching Willa read the message and seeing Marcus, it just... I just want them to be together and be happy without the stupid queen's influence, honestly. And then, why does she want to talk to August? Why is she asking to have a meeting with him? Like, is it to do with the video? Did he perhaps contact her? Because Sada obviously said to him, get ahead of it, release that it was you who said it first. So did he say something to the queen and that's why she's called? Or is it just a coincidence? But then, yeah, linking back to Sada, she needs to pick another boy. She needs to pick another boy to like. I get that you can't help who you fall in love with and who you like, but please, someone else, not that man. There are so many better people that you could be with, Sada. And just seeing August be so happy about it, ugh, I hate it. I hate it so much. And then speaking of August, his prefect title being taken away, I do wonder how that's going to affect him for the rest of the season, because obviously he devoted his life to that. He devoted his life to that role and he spent so much of his time on that role. So now that he's going to have a lot more free time, what's he going to do with that? Are we going to see some actual development for him? Because I'm not against it. I don't think we'll ever get to a point in time where I sit here and I go, I really like August, but I'm still, that doesn't mean I'm not down to watch him develop as a character and as a person. I hope that he one day gets to a good point, you know? But yes, anyway, with all of that said, that was episode 2 of Young Royals, a fucking amazing one. And I am so excited for the rest of the season. I hate that I have to wait a week. It is pissing me off every time we end this, but it is what it is. I don't have the time to do it like on a more regular basis, so we'll have to see. I did say that I might make Patreon be an episode ahead though, so if I end up having more time on the weekend, perhaps I will watch episode 3, but we'll have to wait and see. So yes, with that said, thank you very much for watching. I've left a link down below to my Patreon. You'll be able to find the uncut reactions to Young Royals and all the other shows that I do. Also left a link to my Twitch, my Discord, and my socials. And then speaking of my Twitch, I am going to be doing on November, I believe 17th, I'm going to be doing a full playthrough of the new Pokemon Scarlet game. So if that is of your interest, go and follow my Twitch down below. But yes, with that said, thank you very much for watching and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.